Rivers and seas are our shared natural resources. Their amenities and utility are enjoyed by everyone, but they are increasingly under threats from pollution such as those borne by wastewaters. Wastes with high organic loads can be very polluting and harmful to the environment. In Malaysia, two of the biggest sources are municipal and industrial sewage and the palm oil milling industry. In local aquaculture, the biggest contributor of wastewaters and organic wastes is marine prawn farming, the biggest aquaculture activity in the country. For aquaculture, the problem of waste removal and treatment, by the nature of its culture operations, is different from terrestrial animal farming. Wastes accumulate in the pond waters and pond bottom in which the prawn or fish live. These wastes can only be removed after the fishes or prawns are harvested. This poses two main problems for the farmer. 1. The organic wastes need to be managed to make sure the cultured animals live and grow in a reasonably healthy environment. And 2. The pond waters, which contain high organic loads, need to be drained before harvesting can be done. In addition, the pond bottom will be thick with a lot of dead prawns, feces, and sludge and sediments that have accumulated over the 2 to 3 months of culture period. In both cases, the pond waters and bottom sludge will have to be drained or removed and treated in purpose-built sedimentation ponds or channels. Low dissolved oxygen in prawn farms is the bane of every farmer. This situation will stress the animals and can even kill them. In situ biodegradation of organic wastes can help alleviate this problem. Biodegradation in ponds is one of the most widely employed treatments of waters with medium to heavy organic loads. The main processes at work in such ponds are the aerobic and anaerobic biodigestion by bacteria and other microorganisms. OxyFlow is a product of United States technology. It was originally developed from 2 biotech labs in Ohio, United States, and developed specifically for tropical environments.
OxiFlow is a product that was designed to break down waste, in a waste lagoon or a waste pond. But what we're doing is we're feeding the natural occurring microbial life in whatever situation we're in, so that we work in a wide range of situations, because we're not dependent on 1 or 2 bacteria to do the work for us. We raise the dissolved oxygen in the pond or lagoon so that we get a better balance of aerobic and anaerobic bacteria, which really makes our breakdown a lot faster and a lot more efficient. That's our edge over our competitors, who are usually only adding 1 or 2 microbial products. We recently had a beef packing plant that had a lagoon system to take care of the waste coming out of the beef processing. It was mostly fecal matter with a few other things like blood in it, but it had been sitting for a while. The plant had been empty, and the people that bought it were rehabbing it and turning it into a pork slaughter plant, and they wanted us to clean up their retention lagoons. The crust on the top of the first stage lagoon was so thick and heavy that there were small trees growing in the middle of the lagoon on these floating pads of manure. After 6 months, we had broken it down enough that there were still a few trees floating, but they were starting to tip over and fall into the water simply because the base was being eroded from underneath them. By 18 months, we had turned that whole pond into almost clear water with just a very, very few small hand-sized pieces of material still floating on the top.
OxyFlow is a product that was designed to break down waste in a waste lagoon or a waste pond. It is a product bioengineered to boost the biological ponding system to higher levels of efficacy. OxyFlow has 2 active payloads, a suite of highly specialized bacteria, and a biobooster package for native bacteria. By this, it achieves the best balance between aerobic and anaerobic processes. One of its strongest points is its advanced capacity for biological removal or fixation of harmful ammonia, nitrogen, and phosphorus. OxyFlow is a modern example of a designed-for-biotech product. The aquaculture farmer can use OxyFlow to improve and maintain pond conditions conducive to the well-being of the cultured prawns. It can also be used to bioremediate pond wastes, which contains heavy organic loads in treatment ponds. Farmers can expect not only better harvests, but also see much better improvements of waste sediment and water treatment. Many studies have shown that the effluent quality of wastewaters produced by many industries, including aquaculture, even after treatment, commonly do not meet the legal standards as specified by the Department of Environment Malaysia, as governments and the public demand more and more of how well we protect ourselves, our children and the environment. Dakol hopes to be in the forefront of this important endeavor.